Hello y'all, this is Soundwave VGM Music, and this is my review of the Wii U. Now the Wii U launched November 18th, 2012, and one of the very first games that came out for the Wii U was Super Mario Bros. U. And I can remember getting my very first Wii U a few years after the system launched. Now, I can remember people were saying that the Wii U was bad, it was terrible. A lot of people was crapping on the Wii U. You know, people was crapping on even the gamepad, you know. And I can remember hearing a lot of negative things about the Wii U. You know, a lot of people hating on the Wii U. You know, I can remember on the news that they were saying that the Wii U wasn't doing good in Japan, and it wasn't selling all that good in the US. But overall, all that negative stuff that I was hearing about it didn't keep me from wanting to get the system, because I was really looking forward to the Wii U. It was one of those systems that I was looking forward to, and I was looking forward to buying, and I was looking forward to getting my own Wii U. And I can remember getting my very first Wii U for my birthday, and I can remember getting the Skylanders Swap Force bundle, which was the white Wii U. It wasn't the black Wii U, but it was the bundle. And I think I have to say one of my very first games that I bought with my Wii U, because I already had games that came with it already, because the bundle was Skylanders Swap Force, and then the other game was Nintendo Land. So I got that bundle. So I had those two games that came with the system, with the bundle. But I also bought Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It was around the time when the game first came out, and I really was looking forward to playing Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And I have to say, when I got my Wii U, despite all the negative stuff I heard about it, I really enjoyed my Wii U. You know, I can remember buying tons of games for my Wii U. You know, I can remember having a blast playing Skylanders Swap Force. I can remember having a blast playing Nintendo Land with my friends and family. I also remember having an absolute blast playing Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, you know, and I was just so blown away by the game, you know, because I really enjoyed, I'm a huge fan of Donkey Kong Country, so I've really enjoyed Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, you know, and I love the graphics. I felt like the Wii U graphics was really good. And to this day, people still crap on the Wii U. You know, they crap on the hardware, you know, the name and stuff. And in my opinion, I really like the name, the Wii U name. But I can remember playing tons of games for my Wii U. And I can remember getting Mario Kart 8 when it first came out, when it first launched on the Wii U. I can remember getting it the day it came out, Mario Kart 8. Also remember getting games like Hyrule Warriors, you know, and I just feel like there was so many great titles for the Wii U that gets overlooked to this very day. Great titles like Hyrule Warriors, great titles like Super Mario Bros. U, great titles like Super Mario 3D World. Now, Super Mario 3D World originally came out for the 3DS, but when they brought the Wii U when they made it for the Wii U, it was so much superior to the 3DS version, you know. It was so much better. And the graphics looked better. And I can remember getting I think that was like my second game for the Wii U. It was probably it was the next game I got for my Wii U, you know. It was probably the fourth game, you know, because I had Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Nintendo Land, and Skylanders Swap Force. Those were my three games I got for my Wii U when I first got it. And then the fourth game was Super Mario 3D World. And I really enjoyed that game, and it was a great game. And till this day, you still have people that crap on the Wii U. And to me, the Wii U will always be one of my favorite systems of all time. And it's definitely one of the most underrated consoles ever made. You know, it gets way too much hate to this day, and way too much criticism, you know. And to me, I really love the gamepad. I love the feel of the gamepad. I can remember a lot of people crapping on the gamepad, saying the gamepad is terrible, is bad. I love the gamepad. You know, to me, I like that more than the regular Wii remotes. You know, I like that more than that. You know, and I also like that more than the Switch Joy-Cons. You know, so in my opinion, when it comes down to the three systems, if I had to pick out of the three systems, the regular Wii, the Wii U, or the Switch, the Wii U will always be number one in my opinion, because it's the most underrated console ever, and there was so many great titles it had that got overlooked and criticized. You know, the Wii U had a lot of great games. You know, it also had classics like Batman Arkham City Armored Edition. I can remember getting that for my Wii U, and I can remember playing that a lot on my Wii U. That was one of the next games I got for my Wii U, Batman Arkham City Armored Edition. And I have to say, a lot of games ran very well on the Wii U. They ran very well. And to me, I feel like Batman Arkham City Armored Edition for the Wii U, that's one of the best versions of Arkham City that I ever played. You know, one of the best versions. In my opinion, it's better than the Xbox 360 version, and it's better than the PlayStation 3 version, you know. And I also remember buying games like Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge. Now, I can remember getting Ninja Gaiden 3 for the Xbox 360, but when but I was so much of a fan of the game that I bought it again later on down the line for the Wii U, and the Wii U version is so much better. You know, it's the director's cut, you know, of Ninja Gaiden 3. Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge is actually the complete game, the full complete game with all the DLC included. You know, and in my opinion, the Wii U will always be a great system. You know, because it had so much great games. Like the Wii U introduced us to great titles like Mario Kart 8, Super Mario Maker, you know, great titles like Xenoblade Chronicles X, you know, the Wii U has so many great games, you know, games like Splatoon, you know, Hyrule Warriors, like what I said, you know, so many games that the Wii U had. So many great titles, and to me, I had an absolute blast with my Wii U, and I love Mario Maker, Super Mario Maker. You know, that game is a masterpiece. Also, the Wii U had great HD remakes, which was The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, a magnificent remake. You know, my nephew plays it a lot. You know, he's a huge fan of, you know, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is one of his favorite games of all time, and I do think it is a great game, but the Wii U version is the best version there is. And me, I can remember getting The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD for my Wii U, and I love The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, and the Wii U version is the best version, you know. The Legend of Zelda, you know, there's so many great titles the Wii U had, you know, so many, you know, HD, like they did things better, they did improve on it, you know, and I really love playing my Wii U, you know, and I still play it to this day, you know, and I just feel like a lot of people was very hard on the system, they crapped on the system, and in my opinion, you know, at the end of the day, the Wii U will always be one of my favorite systems of all time. You know, and it gets way too much hate to this day. You know, people was crapping on the hardware, and, you know, I get everybody has their favorite system of all time, and I get that the Wii U didn't sell well. Now, I agree, the Wii U didn't sell well. It sold poorly, but I don't blame the Wii U. I blame Nintendo because they didn't market the system well. You know, I blame Nintendo for that. But overall, the Wii U, in my opinion, will always be a great system overall. And I love the gamepad. I feel like the gamepad is the best gimmick controller ever made. You know, if I had to pick out of the Wii Motion, you know, the Wii Motion Plus and all of that, if I had to pick the Wii, you know, the motion controls or the Joy-Cons or the gamepad will always be number one. The gamepad, I love the gamepad. In my opinion, the gamepad is probably the best controller ever made. It's the best controller that was ever made by Nintendo, you know. And then I have to say the second best controller for the Wii U would probably be the Pro controller, the Wii U Pro controller. And I just love the Wii U. I love the controllers. I love the graphics. And there was tons of games that came out for the Wii U. Games like Bayonetta 2. You know, if it wasn't for the Wii U existing, we would never, ever got a Bayonetta 2. And to me, the very first time I played Bayonetta is when I bought Bayonetta 2, and it came with Bayonetta 1. And I remember playing the first Bayonetta on my Wii U. And I just love how they added more things with the games, like the special costumes, like the Samus costume, the Legend of Zelda costume where you get the Master Sword. You know, Bayonetta is another great game. And Nintendo, if it wasn't for Nintendo picking it up, you know, the game wouldn't have never ever got a sequel. So I think that's another great thing. That's one of the other great titles that came out for the Wii U. Like, if you got Bayonetta 2, you get Bayonetta 1 included, you know. And I just love how, I felt like they did a whole lot of things good with the Wii U, you know. And, you know, like the amiibos. Like, my favorite amiibo that I got is the it's the Wolf Link Zelda amiibo. Which it was the like when I got the amiibo for my Legend of Zelda game, like Twilight Princess HD. You know, it came with that, the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, and it was included with the game. And I felt like they did a lot of great things for the Wii U. You know, like Mario Kart 8 was a great Mario Kart game. It's definitely one of my favorite Mario Kart games ever made. Is definitely one of my favorites. Like, I put it up there with Mario Kart 64 and the very first Mario Kart game, you know. And to me, I will always appreciate the Wii U for what it was. And to me, I still play it to this day. And I just wish that people wasn't so hard on the Wii U. And I just feel like critics really bashed the system. You know, they bashed every game that came out for it. And to me, the Wii U will always be a great system, you know, in my opinion. And to me, it's definitely one of the most underrated consoles of all time. Like, I put it in the same category of, probably I put it number one as the most underrated console ever made. You know, I put it next to consoles like the Dreamcast, the Sega Saturn, and the GameCube. You know, there was a lot of underrated consoles over the years, and the Wii U is definitely one of them, you know. But the Wii U has so many great titles, you know, like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I can remember getting that for my Wii U, because that was originally going to be a Wii U exclusive. And as it goes to show that, to this day, like, I hear people talk about the Wii U, and some people even say that the Wii U was definitely underrated. And I agree with them 100%. You know, it was a great console, and it really sucks that Nintendo didn't market the system better, you know, because it could have been, the Wii U has so much potential, you know, and I just wish that they could have did it better. They could have marketed the system better. Now, in my opinion, I wish they didn't abandon the Wii U. If I was them, I would have continued to make games for the Wii U. Even when the Switch launched, I would have continued to make games for the Wii U, you know. And to me, this has just been my review of the Wii U. And I just want to know down in the comments section down below, what's your favorite underrated system of all time? And do you prefer the Wii U? Do you prefer the Sega Saturn? The GameCube? Like, what was your favorite game for the Wii U? And what was your favorite console of all time? Like, what is your favorite underrated console of all time? Like, if you had to pick, you know. And this is my review of the Wii U. And I just want to make a shout out to all my subscribers. And I hope you all have a truly blessed New Year's. You know, last year was one of the worst years. of all time, in my opinion. I think a lot of people will probably say that 2020 was one of the worst years, and hopefully this year will be a huge improvement. But this has been my review of the Wii U, and I want to say God bless you all. But the Wii U had so much games, and it had a lot of great bundles, like the Mario Kart 8 bundle, the Mario Maker bundle, so many great games. And to me, I love the gamepad. I love the system, and it's definitely very underrated. It's one of the most underrated systems